Hello and good evening, everyone. We're very excited to be back tonight. I hope that many of you were able to attend last night as well. And if you didn't, not to worry, we will be sharing the recording of last night and tonight. We have another wonderful evening planned. We have some beautiful cases shared by some amazing doctors, and also Dr. Sankaran will be sharing, discussing, and giving his thoughts on these matters, and it will be great to hear from him later as well. But just a reminder of why we're here. We are here to sort of celebrate the launch of the level six of the Sankaran Masterclass. And, we really want to push it and to spread the message and to share all this wonderful knowledge that we have and that's available, in the level 6 and the entire Sankaran Masterclass, if you're not familiar with it. Many people have reached out to us and were asking questions about the masterclass and the different levels and like that. So we're very encouraged by that, and we would really urge you to, really look into it and see if this is for you, because we believe that this really has the sort of all the information needed to be a very, very successful practitioner. So just a reminder that last night, we had seen 3 beautiful cases by our doctors, all who had been spending a lot of time studying these approaches, the 5-finger method, the superclasses, wise processes. We saw how to handle acute situations, how to handle the follow-up. Chronic cases were there. We learned about, levels of experience, kingdoms, miasms, sensations. All of this was there. And again, all of that is available in the masterclass as well. So if you saw that information and you want to learn how to apply it, how to practice it, again, the Sankaran Masterclass is for you. So just a reminder that currently in, as it's just been launched, we've decided to give several offers that are available. The first being the levels 1 through 5 are now available with a 35% discount if you register today or before the 10th of August. And this has 185 hours of lectures and case illustrations. Someone was asking yesterday, are there guest speakers? Who are the speakers, etc.? It's just Dr. Sankaran talking and showing his cases. So 185 hours with Dr. Sankaran, and it's lifetime access. So you can watch it whenever you want and as many times as you want and learn directly from Dr. Sankaran. And again, this is until the 10th of August. So please do make the most of this. The second offer that we have is level 1 to 6, which is 225 hours. So it's levels 1 to 5 plus the 6th level. And you'll see that we're giving it for 35% off. You can use this code Masterclass35, scan the QR code now if you want, or you can go to the website, the Hope website. Someone was also asking, I saw had mentioned that they had some difficulty. They tried to register last night, but there was some problem finalizing it. So we will give you the email address, which is here, info@homeopathyhope.com. So you can go to the website, www.homeopathyhope.com. You can register. You can use these special codes to get your discount. And any difficulties whatsoever, or questions, queries, you can write to the following email address, info@homeopathyhope.com. So please do let us know. So it's levels 1 to 5. Levels 1 to 6, we're giving a 35% discount offer, which is only valid until the 10th of August. So please do make the most of it now. And then finally, you can also pick your level. You can choose any of the 6 that you want to start with, that you feel that you would benefit most from. If you don't have time or you're not interested in buying the entire course, you can just buy 1 level and focus on that. And for that, from today, we're giving a 25% discount, which is valid until the 10th of August as well. So do look, the curriculum is available. If you have any doubts, again, you write to us, info@homeopathyhope.com, and you tell us. Again, here's my email address also. Some people have written to me. We will be getting back to you today. People are asking advice, which course to do, which level to start with, all of these things. Please do write to me, write to Hope, your difficulties as well, and we will be very, very happy to get back to you. But now I think it would be lovely to get started with our evening's events and see some cases and see what is this 5-finger method, the superclasses, wise processes, what is it all about? So, we're very, very pleased and very lucky to have with us Dr. Nisha, Dr. Nisha Seth is from Gujarat, and she is also partaken in the Gurukul. She's attended and completed the masterclass. She's very familiar, with all the work of Dr. Sankaran. She's been an excellent student of his work. And we will see how she applies all this information today. And again, every piece of information that you will see, or some sort of knowledge, whether it's kingdoms, miasms, wise processes, superclasses, whatever it is, you will find in the masterclass. So if you want to learn what she's doing, then the masterclass is for you.
Could I say a few words at the beginning, Kyle?
Yes, please, Dr. Sankaran.
So, welcome again to this session. And I want to share something with you. You see, I told you yesterday that the most certain, the most predictable, the most consistent, the most reproducible, and the highest rate of success that you can get is by following single remedy classical homeopathy based on individualization, by understanding the whole person, what Hahnemann used to call as totality, understanding the person as a whole and treating the state of that person that lies beneath the pathology, the expressions, the symptoms. And this totality consists of two parts. One is the conceptual part, which is superclass kingdom miasm, and the factual part, which is characteristics and keynotes or essence. If these five things of the patient and the remedy match, then you can be much, much, much more sure about the remedy. I can tell you one thing, that a kind of, I think it is 𝗛𝗏𝗏, I think it is China, this is not good. You cannot think, you cannot guess, you cannot partially view the patient and jump to some remedy. It's very, very risky. More often than not, you will fail. It has to be a very slow, deliberate, systematic, complete examination of the entire case in all its aspects, in the aspect of superclass, kingdom, miasm, characteristics, and essence. And as Kyle said correctly, every piece of information has to be understood and fitted into its place in these five categories. And then you bring it together. It is called analysis and synthesis. I tell you, doing that is an artistic process. It requires skill. It requires training. And it requires systematic knowledge of all of these aspects. You must know the superclasses, kingdoms, miasms. You must know the rubrics of the repertory, and you must know the essence of the remedies. All these resources are available for you to learn. It's only there for you to make up your mind. Yes, I will learn this systematically and I will be the best homeopath that I can be. Don't give way to temptations. Do this, do that, try this remedy, try that remedy, give this combination, give that specific. You will fall flat on your face in most cases. In 1-2 cases, you will succeed out of 10, maybe 100. This is what I want to emphasize. And I want to say to you that this method is learnable, reproducible, and that is the main reason why in this webinar my students will be presenting cases. If I do it after 45 years of experience, it's not a big miracle. But if these students, after learning in Gurukul, after going through Sankaran Masterclass for just 2 years, after their graduation, after their experience, for 2 years or 3 years, if they are able to reproduce it, only then can homeopathy spread. It cannot spread if only I can do it. If you say Shankaran's method is good for Shankaran, I mean, then it will go with me now. So my idea of the master class, my idea of the Gurukul is to transfer this knowledge so that you can learn it in the shortest possible way and reproduce it. And I'm very proud of my Gurukul students. Today, 2 of them are going to present, Dr. Nisha and Dr. Kamlesh. They have put in a lot of hard work. 2 years they have worked with Gurukul. They have seen the entire master class and they have given like homework on the master class. They have to write their assignments, etc., so that we know that they have done it. So therefore, I'm very, very proud of them. And Dr. Nisha's case is coming up now. And I want you to follow it very carefully. I know this case. I have seen it. I've read it. Beautiful, beautiful case. I can tell you with absolute honesty that even I couldn't have done it better. It is so beautiful. And same with Dr. Kamlesh's case. These are cases even I can learn from. So for this reason, I want you to give your full attention and see how she has done the case, what techniques she has used, what interpretations she has made, how she has taken the information and understood it in these categories, and how finally it all comes together, and what a beautiful result in such a short time you have seen, you can see. So give your, it's a little longish case, but every part is beautiful. Okay, so I'm trying to tell you one thing, that when you put your attention and time and energy on the new case, you may have to give it 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe, but that 2 hours will save you several hours in the follow-up, because the patient is doing better and better and better. So give that attention in the first case, and it will save you a lot of time in subsequent cases. The only other thing, as Kyle will tell you later, is that because we have a lot of non-Indian participants in this webinar, and Gurukul is for the Indians. We have an international Gurukul, but it is completely packed now. It is full. So the international participants can have something like a Gurukul, because we are going to do in February 26, 1 week in Mumbai with live cases, and before that a series of exclusive webinars to bring you up to speed. And so that will be a bit like a mini Gurukul also. And of course, the international Gurukul students are also welcome to the my week in Mumbai with the live cases. So you have so many opportunities. Let us enjoy this case from Dr. Nisha.
So everyone, hello, good evening, namaste. I am sharing a case of a 54-year-old male having left leg sciatica, headache, bleeding fissure, hypertension, 155 by 104. He's taking antihypertensive since many years. I have given two remedies, Merc-Sol 1M for few months and Lekisys 1M for few months. And he was better, but while taking the medicines only. But he was not better in other areas like sleep. Also, the pain recurred in same intensity. So that means that the remedies which I have given were partial similimum. So I retook the case. About observation, I have observed that the patient was sophisticated. I mean, he was always greeting and saying thanks. He was well-mannered, which is not that common in my area. Another observation was, if I ask the same thing again, he says with some irritable expression that I already told you now that, then he goes on. So he doesn't like to repeat. So about sciatica pain, he describes that the back is stiff, it's paining a lot. Pain happens from lumbar, left back of hip, back of thigh, whole back of leg, extends to ankle. I cannot stand longer than few seconds. Pain is so severe that it makes me cry. It compels me to stop my work. It overpowers me. So here, the pain is doing something to me as if pain is a person and is doing something to me. So he personifies the pain. Then I have the pressure about maintaining the financial state for my family. That responsibility, that pressure is constantly there in my mind. I fear, what if I fail in doing this? I'm industrious. I don't feel much pain in daytime, but when I go to bed after dinner, pain starts. Then he describes the modalities like aggravation night during sleep. Then I asked about the type of pain. So he says it's pinching. Hand gesture is coming up, grasping with index finger and thumb, as if someone is poking you with something again and again with hand gesture. So here he qualifies pinching sensation and it has the energy. He describes further that pain is much intense, that I feel like cutting off my leg. Sometimes I feel numbness as if I don't have left leg, having just one leg. So this is indicating about miasm, the depth of desperation of pain. Also, we noticed this limbless feature. Further, he talks about his constipation, that he has the severe rectal pain, burning, and about pain, he says, pinning pain, pinching, as if someone pinches your vein, as if someone is poking with something repeatedly. So same sensation is coming up in rectal pain also. Someone is doing something. This is coming up repeatedly. And yeah, he used this word repeatedly, which is very important. He further says, I couldn't sit for a few minutes after stool. I'm so scared of pain that I even don't go to stool sometimes. Then he says about his migraine that the pain is very intense. Pain is felt like head would burst. Sudden pain, like if I am sitting in my office, it suddenly pops up. It just shoots out of suddenly. Suddenly, out of nowhere, pain comes and shoots to its peak. It's not allowing me to do my work. So here we noticed the quality of pain, which is sudden, out of nowhere, shoot up, pop up, not allowing me. I'm quite aggressive. I get angry at trifles. During anger, body trembles, difficulty in breathing, have to control my hands to restrain myself from striking. So just note the intensity of the anger. Then thoughts are too many, one after another, coming too fast, multiple, constant, as if my mind is working constantly. Sometimes I chew my nails or finger skin unknowingly out of constant thoughts. I can't control it. It harasses a lot at night. And because of this, I'm not aware what is happening in my surrounding. Or if my wife says something to me, I even didn't hear that. So I asked about the fears. He says he is much scared of dark. If somebody suddenly comes in front of me or attacks me suddenly, I feel there is someone behind me. When I walk in lonely area in the darkness, I feel, what if he suddenly attacks me? He will stab me with a knife or do any harm. So here somebody is injuring or harming me versus you. So lot of features of animal kingdom and also theme of injury, that someone is harming me. He further says, I feel someone is sitting on the sofa or someone is walking and descending the ladder and coming towards me. I feel the presence of some power around me, some spirits. They are invisible. We can just feel their presence. They remain hidden. They don't like to be seen. I feel they are here, near me, watching me. I don't feel that they will harm me or do something wrong with me, like they won't stab me or physically harm me. So he says these things in denial mode. In this area, we see further features or the survival strategies of particular animal, which is hidden, invisible, will injure, harm, or kill. I'm afraid of myself. So he is saying that he has two identities, as if he has two persons inside him. This is also indicating animal kingdom. He says, in our business, you know that many wrong things everybody used to do in terms of money, corruption. If somebody is doing something wrong, I immediately retaliate. If I have taken more money for some customer, I feel guilty that I shouldn't do this. It's wrong. But also I feel that I want to do that. I also have the family to take care. I need to have more money, and everybody does this. This fight between two types of thoughts is constantly going on in my mind. So here we notice that there is conflict with own self, which is also indicating animal kingdom. And what is this conflict about? Conflict between morals and deception. Also, I am afraid that I have taken money in wrong way, and if that would come out in public, then I would be exposed. See the language, see the words. My name in the market will go down, reputation will go down. And this fear remains constantly in my mind. So we are observing other features of the sub-kingdom, like he will be exposed, the reputation will go down. So let's hear from him.
અને કદાચ હું બિઝનેસ કરતો હતો, હું સાથે પોતે બિઝનેસ જ કરતો હતો, પણ 2019થી પપ્પાને કેન્સર થયું એ પછી મેં બંધ કર્યું છે અને પાછો જોબ કરું છું. ત્યારથી અત્યાર સુધી પણ કોઈ દિવસ એવું એ નથી રાખ્યું કે ભાઈ આ મારું કામ નથી કરીને. સવારે બી વહેલા જવું હોય તો વહેલા, રાતના બી ગમે તેટલા વાગ્યા સુધી બી એ વસ્તુ કામ કરીને જ આવવાનું, એવી રીતના છે. અને કસ્ટમર્સથી માંડીને બધું જ. એટલે ફક્ત એવું નથી કે હું સિવિલ એન્જિનિયર છું તો હું ફક્ત સિવિલ વર્ક્સ જ ફક્ત ધ્યાન કરું છું. હું માર્કેટિંગ, સેલ્સ, પરચેસ બધું જ હું જોઈ લઉં છું, ટોટલી એવરીથિંગ વન સાઈડ. પછી કોઈક વખત એવું લાગે કે હું ખોટું માથા પર લઉં છું. અમુક એક વખત એવું બી લાગે કે જોબ નથી ને વગર કામનું શું કરવું, આ બધું બી માથા પર લેવાનું. પછી
So he has two wills. About worst situation when his father expired, he describes, "It was unexpected. How will we survive?" This is animal instinct. About survival, "I have never gone against him." Again, we are hearing animal language, one versus another. "I have to take care of my mother. Now it's my duty after my father to take care of my mother. Nothing should go wrong from my side as my father is still watching me from heaven." So, being watched is another quality which is coming up. Also, the fear of doing something wrong, responsibility, again coming up. "I get scared of funerals, dead people. I just cannot see dead bodies. I cannot go to cremation. I went there once in my friend's father's death. I feel the presence of spirits there. I don't feel that they will harm me, but I was just so scared that I just escaped from that place without telling anyone there." So we can see fright and flight dynamic, so which is indicating superclass 6. As a child, if someone says something bad or abuse me, I immediately go and bite that person. I used to bite a lot as a child. I was that reactive. I was too angry that I feel like having knife and stabbing that person 4 or 5 times, and I finished him. I just wanted to kill that person. I was not striking like hiding myself and immediately strike or attacking from back. So he's saying this in denial mode. So we noticed here violence, unfeeling. So let's hear from patient.
મને નાનપણથી પહેલા મીન્સ હું બહુ જ નાનો હતો ને તો બચકા ભરવાની ટેવ હતી. મીન્સ ઇવન મારા ભાઈની જોડે કોઈ કે ઝઘડો કર્યો હોય, મોટા ભાઈ હતા એમની જોડે બી, તો હું જઈને બચકું ભરી આવું.
કેવી રીતે જાઓ?
સીધો જ સામે જઈને. કોઈ એમ એ નહીં કે સંતાઈને કે બેકથી કેવી રીતના નહીં. મોટા છોકરાઓ હોય કે ગમે તે હોય તો હું પહેલાંથી સીધું હાથ કે કંઈ બી બચકું જ ભરી લેવાનું પકડીને, એવી રીતના હતું.
જેમ કે કોઈ કશું કે
ભાઈ જોડે બી ઝઘડો થયો કે મારી જોડે બી, ઇવન મને એવું કહે છે, મીન્સ મને નથી યાદ, મેં મારા દાદાને બી બેટ મારી દીધી હતી એટ ધ એજ ઓફ 3 or 4. કંઈક વસ્તુ થઈ હતી અને એમને કંઈક એ થયું હશે તો એમની સામે બી રિટેલિએટ. અને ઇવન આજની તારીખે બી મારા ફેમિલી મેમ્બર્સમાં મારા કાકા, ફોઈઓ બધા જ કંઈક બી વસ્તુ અમારી ચર્ચા ચાલતી હોય ને તો મારી અગેન્સ્ટમાં કે મારી સામે આવે જ નહીં. જો કોઈક બી વાત બી કરવી હશે ને ફેમિલી મેટર્સ બી, તો એ બાજુમાં જ કરશે, મારી સામે નહીં આવે.
So he's talking about this desire to injure others, face-to-face confrontation, and no one can come in front of me.
મને નાનપણથી
Then, at workplace, I get hyper, angry on small matters. I quarrel with customers, even with my boss. I can speak with calmness once, twice, but third time, I immediately get angry. My voice gets louder, and when customer try to dominate me, I get really angry. I try to talk calmly first time, second time, then I lose my control and just explode. I feel like striking them, beating them, but it just remains verbal. If they do their work through another colleague without my knowing, I just get angry. And I say it on my face. Why to manipulate whole thing and acting smart?
હું જેવું ઈચ્છા રાખું એવું ના થાય ને તો મને કદાચ ગુસ્સો આવતો હોય. કદાચ મે બી પોસિબલ એ વસ્તુ બી હોઈ શકે કે મારા વિરુદ્ધ કંઈક આમ કોઈ બોલે તો રિએક્શન કોક થોડુંક બી આમ તેમ વાત કરવા જાય ને તો પેલું પિંચિંગ કહેવાય ને, આપણને કંઈક આપણી નસ દબાવતા હોય ને તો એ ઓવર રિએક્ટ વધારે પડતું થાય. એવું બી કદાચ બની શકે એમાં.
થોડુંક પિંચિંગ વિશે.
પિંચિંગ એટલે ઈગો નડતો હોય કે મે બી પોસિબલ, કદાચ મારો ઈગો બી કે હું આ વસ્તુ કહું, મને એવું છે કે હું કામ માટે બી મારે એવું છે કે મને બોસ બી જો મને કંઈક બોલશે કે મારી નીચેવાળો વ્યક્તિ બી મને એવું કહેશે ને કે આમ નહીં આમ કરીએ કામ, તો મને એટલું ચાલતું નથી. હું જે રીતના વિચારું છું એ જ રીતના હું કરીશ. એવી રીતના મારું એ હોય પ્લાનિંગ, અને એ પ્રમાણે પછી એમનો પર બી કદાચ એવું બને છે કે કોઈક વખત બોસને બી બોલાઈ જાય કે હું આ વસ્તુ મારા પ્લાનિંગમાં છે જ, તમે વચ્ચે ના પડો, એવી રીતના બી થઈ જાય એમની જોડે કે આ રિલેટેડ ટુ મારો છે તો મારો પ્રશ્ન છે તો હું મારી રીતના જ એને હેન્ડલ કરીને સોલ્વ કરીશ.
He says, if the boss interferes, he doesn't like that. He says it on the face, even to the boss. Then he says, I don't do anything wrong. So again, sensitivity to right and wrong coming up. I always have guilt if I have done wrong with anyone, that I shouldn't do that. It's not right. I don't take commission, though everyone takes it. It's not like if anyone comes to know about it and blames me and my prestige will go down. So in denial mode, he's saying this. I explode with my colleagues also. Then I feel guilty that I did wrong. I shouldn't have raised my voice. I'm not extrovert. I talk to selective people. I just can sense that this person is bad. Bad means he's selfish. He's not a real friend. There are two kind of people. One is genuine. He shows outside who he is inside. Another who speaks sweetly. He pretends to be good to get his work done. He uses others for his own selfishness. Two-faced people. I just don't talk to them. Even though they come home to visit my parents, I don't come in front of them or talk even after 10 years. It doesn't change with years. I don't want to see them. I don't feel like doing something bad or harm them, but I don't like this kind of people. So two-faced, malicious, hatred, these are reptilian features. I sense that they are not good as a friend. They talk in such a way that at first we feel that wow, there is no friend better than you. But in next minute, he talks bad about you on your back in your absence. I just can sense the other person's intent. I can read their mind. I don't reveal much about myself to anyone. I'm just telling you everything. So here we see the clairvoyant feature. He's saying about one incident that once young boys tried to steal iron rods from our factory and I caught them. I slapped him 3-4 times immediately and that boy just fainted. He must be faking it. So here deception is coming up. I told them, you shouldn't be seen in front of me. If you come in front of my vision, I will break your bones. So he warns them. I have been working in this profession since years. And that Coriander Hotel, this is a 5-star hotel in my town. Then the famous river bridge, all I have constructed. But I have been very silent among the people of team. They don't know me well, as I don't want them to know me by my face. Many unfortunate incidents happen at our sites, like some worker gets electric shock or injured accidentally. So I have to take them to private hospital. But these media channels and police, they are waiting for such opportunities to shoot our videos and then they blackmail us for money. So I just want to remain as unrecognized face. So here we see the qualities like wants to remain hidden, blackmailing. Further, he says, with workers, also some argument happen and they say that I will bring my whole gang. I say on their face that you just bring as many as you want. I am enough for all. I never call anyone. I just face them all alone. So one versus many. About dreams, as a child, he was getting this dream that there is a dark place, someone is following me, must be a ghost or a spirit. He wants to harm me. Again, theme of injury is coming up. Another dream was of snakes, that I am walking across the jungle. It's a night time. Suddenly, black snake comes in my way and bites me. Then I wake up suddenly, scared, drenched in perspiration. I have fear of snakes. If it comes suddenly in front of me, I will lose my breath out of fear. So, suffocation. About hobbies, he likes to play chess. He says about chess is it's a mental exercise. We have to read out the hidden strategy of the opponent. So he likes this hidden strategy in chess. He says, I cannot bear anything around my neck. I cannot wear tight clothes. I feel difficulty in breathing. So after exploring each and every area, I did wise process. Wise means witnessing inner song experience. It is discovered by Dr. Rajan Shankaran. So in this process, we observe inner pattern experience, not emotions, not delusions, but non-human specific quality. So we tell the patient, look at the picture, use your imagination. What's happening there? Create a story from beginning to end. And then we explore their inner world by going deeper. So, about this picture, patient says, she is a lady. Some man may have been aggressive towards her. He's terribly angry on her. He can be offensive, about to hit her, suddenly hit her. She's totally scared. She has the fear that he will beat her hard and she cannot retaliate. She has nothing in her defense as she's a woman. That man is stronger than her. So stronger versus weaker. Harm, injury, which is sudden. So these components are coming up in this one picture. So let's explore further by showing him the second picture. He says, swans are swimming together. Then some arguments happen between them. One is shrieking, but another one is not retaliating. But another one is listening, as he thinks if he argues, then the quarrel will increase. So he controls himself not to harm him or get physical. Third picture, he says it's a bird. It is free, relaxed, no worries, no responsibilities, no pressure. My nature is like I have to fulfill my responsibility if family is concerned or work is concerned. So again, the theme of responsibility is coming up. And this is the very crucial point about picture 4. He says, she has tremendous anger in her eyes. There is one husband and a wife. Husband has done something wrong, like betrayal in love by having extramarital affair. She is looking at him with so much hatred and disgust that her husband will just die from looking in her eyes. It's full of poison, full of anger. She can't kill him or stab him as he is her husband, a father of her children. So we see the hatred along with morality. So his whole inner world is seen in this picture story. Now, let's classify this information in 5 fingers. So number 1, first finger is about superclass. So we see a lot of violence, fright, escape, murder. So this is indicating superclass 6. Second finger about miasm. due to lot of violence, destruction, killing, being killed. So this is indicating syphilis miasm. Regarding kingdom, we have seen me versus you, me versus myself, survival, stronger versus weaker, somebody dominating. Here the boss is dominating, customer tries to dominate me, someone harassing, troubling, abusing, sense of duality, conflict with self. So this whole constellation is indicating animal kingdom. Now regarding sub-kingdom, so in many areas, the features like manipulation, hidden, sudden attack, two-faced, sweet and manipulative, scheming, clairvoyance, sensitive to throat, poison, deception, so pretend to be unconscious. He described that incident with the boys. Then anger, which is exploding, limbless, malicious, revengeful. So these features are indicating about reptile. Now, which family of snakes? So now we see the features which do not belong to snake. So he just go face to face and confrontation. So face to face encounter, theme of injury, strong desire to injure others, intolerance of intrusion, interference. He doesn't like if the boss interferes. Then one versus gang. Yeah, he said that I will fight alone. So this is indicating 𝗟𝗡𝗏 family, and it has Bangaras, elaps, black mamba, naja, like snakes. These snakes, they respond to threat quite aggressively. They would attack immediately and repeatedly. So now which snake from 𝗟𝗡𝗏? So let's read about Naja from Sankaran sir's book. He writes that aversion to anyone that trespasses their space, wants, and it is sufficient. They don't need to attack. They are duty conscious. They have morality, intense feeling of malice, and harm the opponent, like stabbing him with knife. Feeling of being wrong or wronged, responsibility towards family, strong sense of right and wrong, very dignified. Prestige is very important. Stares with terrifying eyes and scares the onlookers. So exact picture we have seen in the vice process. In the last picture of vice process, a mere warning is enough. Lot of power in warning itself. So this is the exact picture of our patient. So from system, we understood the pattern belongs to Naja. Now let's check from repertory. So let us look at the crowded thoughts totality. So thoughts persistent, thoughts rush, flow off, thoughts intrude and crowded around each other, absent-minded, absorbed, buried in thoughts. So, and I have limited this to snakes. Lepidopteran is coming up as it is well-proved medicine. Next, I have taken physical symptoms in one clipboard about back pain, rectal pain, headache. So in back, lumbar region pain, aggravation line, numbness, insensibility, left, pain, aching, thighs, posterior part, pain, drawing, lower limbs, rectum, constipation, difficult stool, rectum, pain, burning, smarting, throat, swallowing, aggravation, empty, head pain, bursting, head pain, occiput. Also, about mind state, I have taken the rubrics like mind, abuse ailments from, desire for activity, clairvoyance, delusion, sees phantoms, delusion of being injured, delusion neglected his duty, delusion someone is behind him, delusion he is under superhuman control. He says that the Father is watching from heaven. Then delusion, he has done wrong. Disturbed aversion to being, dreams frightful nightmare, ailments from suppressed excitement, fear failure of, gesture grasping, introvert shrieking, taciturn indisposed to talk, thoughts, two trains of thoughts, ailments from trifles, contradiction of wills, feels as if he has two wills. So here Naja is coming up about level of experience. So due to strong delusions, fears, dreams, this is level 4 case, and we would give Naja 1M followed by LM8. I have prescribed this on 26th December 2024 for 1 month. Let us see the follow-up. After 1 month, sciatica better by 50% within just 2 days of taking the dose. Slight pinching felt in morning after waking only for an hour. No numbness, no pain from hip to ankle. No pinning pain in rectum. BP is 132/91. This is very good sign as he was taking antihypertensive. Still, his BP was too high. So about occiput pain, the pain has reduced a lot. Situation happens at side, but intensity of headache is less. Sleep is increased. He just asked that, are you giving me some sleep-inducing medicines? As I get more sound sleep. I didn't wake up, not for once. So the anger has reduced. I feel calm. So I just told him to continue the same medicine. After 1 month, he says, stress, some situation happened. Felt wrong thing is happening. It's not like I have any ill feeling towards anybody, but I got so angry. Like I just burst on that person. I couldn't control. I felt like striking him, but I didn't. That day, my occiput pains whole night. If someone is bossing on me, I immediately retaliate. Bleeding happened next morning while passing the stool, and the pain has started like burning, drawing. So I just advised him to take SOS, Naja 1M. After 1 month, he says, better after just 1 dose of SOS, no dreams, he could sleep peacefully, much better in thoughts, no rushing of thoughts, they are not harassing now, no headache. So after 1 month, he says, much better now in all the pains. Though situation happens, almost 70% better. Pain happened for one night as I have driven the car for 20 hours. We went on a family tour by road and took SOS, and he was much better with it. And BP was quite good, 115/84. After 1 month, pain 90% better, almost no pain. Just pinching sensation is felt sometimes. Sleep is better, he sleeps for 7 hours. BP is good, 115/81. Then after 1 month, not 1 month, after few days, he just called me for his acute and I gave Rustox 1M. And next evening, he just called me that he's much better. So I just told him to stop Rustox and continue the regular medicine for next 5 weeks. And after that, he says, BP medicine reduced by half by allopathy. Pain occurs when I eat outside food or stress happens. So still when exciting factor is there, he again gets the pain. And he says this month will be stressful as I'm handling 10 clients and my colleague is on holiday. So I have to handle his clients also. So I just made LM6 twice a day as the BP medicines also been reduced by allopathy. So after 1 month, he says, I'm much better. This month went smooth. I could do all my work without much trouble. My daughter's study visa is getting delayed. Situation is there. I'm stressed, but I didn't get headache. Head feels slight heavy, but no pain. I had some arguments with my colleague in the office. I talked to him very loudly. Then I came home and I felt that I shouldn't have reacted with much intensity. It was my fault. So I called him and said sorry, first time in my life. I had never said it in my whole life. So we see that his nature, the way he reacts, is also changing with our medicine. BP is 131/86. So I just continued the same. And now, just 2 days ago, I just called him up and he's doing very well. So the learning from this case is number one, if superclass or miasm is correct, like I have given 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 and both belong to superclass 6 and syphilis miasm. Remedy will surely bring improvement in patients' complaints, but we won't see improvement at other areas like patterns. In our case, anger, the way he reacts, the thing which provokes him. Even we don't see any improvement at general level, like his sleep, his thoughts. Another learning is that if it seems that the remedy is 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃, read about other whole snake suborder and the families. And if I compared my practice before the Gurukul course, I feel a lot of difference. Earlier, I couldn't give such remedies which are not well proved. In my cases, the result was also not that remarkable previously. Believe me, some cases won't get better if we don't prescribe the remedy what patient actually needs. So this course has broadened my vision to look at our remedies in a better way. Friends, in homeopathy, a remedy never evolves. Only our idea of it does. So this is the application of a deeper sense of law of similars, what Master Hahnemann has said in Organon. So I just want to thank Sankaran sir and his team for giving me such opportunity to share my learning with you. And thank you all of you for listening to me for such a long time. And I just wish that all the very best, everyone, in your life and career. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that was a wonderful case, fantastic, from Dr. Nisha. And we're really privileged to see it. And there's so much information, you know, that we can learn from this case, whether it's about the kingdom, the subgroup, the remedy itself. There've been many questions I saw about the posology. Why 1M? Why alumni? What is the rationale behind that, etc., etc. So all of this information, everything that she has applied here, is all in the Sankaran Masterclass. For example, the levels of experience. Why do we give 1M and alumni? It's based on, as she mentioned, the level of delusion. And we go into great depth. There's multiple lectures on the subject, teaching you, explaining this, the importance, the relevance, how it helps us in case taking, posology, etc., etc. So it's not something that we can, explain fully in a 2-hour session, but rather we're giving you a taste, an idea of, where we can reach, and to see these, very reproducible, reliable, and consistent results. So again, an excellent effort from Dr. Nisha. We're very grateful to have her, involved with us in Gurukul and all these other events. And it's so lovely to see how well she's doing. And so following that, we think that it would be great to have another case. So now we will be seeing another Gurukul student, Dr. 𝗂𝗂𝘀𝗀 from Nagpur. And he will present us a beautiful case as well. And again, just observe all the different elements that he brings into his practice. It's really fantastic to see. And if you want to, have this flexibility, this toolkit that they have in terms of seeing all these different features from so many different angles through the 5 fingers, then how to go about doing it. So yeah, let's hear from Dr. Kamlesh. We look forward to it.
Hello everyone, and nice to see you all here. At first, let me thank the Other Song Academy for giving this chance to share case with all of you people, and also for creating such a wonderful platform for high standard homeopathic education. And of course, to the man behind all of this, my guru, my mentor, Dr. Rajan Sankaran sir. So let's start today's session. Okay. So homeopathy is all about matching symptoms of patient with the symptoms of medicine, right? And we have to do this very simple job. But while doing this, we have to consider two basic fundamental rules, and those are: we need to match patient as a whole, and we need to consider individualization. So in homeopathy, we don't just match one part of the patient, one part of the symptoms with the part of symptoms of medicine. It is not that isolated or mechanical matching, but we need to match the overall totality, whole of the person with the medicine, with the symptoms of medicine. And to do this, we have to consider individualistic characteristic symptoms of the patient. So this is basically the concept of holism and individualization. But when we take the case, say for example, I have this case of headache, and I consider the patient. I took the whole case. So what happened after that is I have to choose medicine among the 10,000 medicine which we have, around 10,000 medicines which we have right now in homeopathy. So it is just like we have a lock and there are 10,000 keys and only one key will fit in that lock. So this is very difficult job. So how to do this in very correct and exact way? So to do this, Dr. Sankaran has developed a wonderful tool which is called as five-finger method. So basically, what is the concept? That we need to stepwise deduct all the medicine from among all the medicine to reach a particular similar medicine. And while doing this, we need some filters, some classifications. And the first classification is of superclass. Second is of kingdom. Third is of miasm. Then characteristic symptom and keynotes. And when we will add each of these filters into our search, then it will reduce the choice of remedies to one single remedy. And this way is very practical, very clinically effective. So, in today's session, we are going to see how to do this. So basically, what is superclass? Superclass indicates basic nature and dynamic of the person. And Dr. Sankaran has divided basic nature into 6 types. So any given person can be in either of these classification. And the first superclass is about the basic nature and the dynamic will be of withdrawal, going inside in situations of crisis. But inside is because outside is too much for me. So I need to go inside. This is first superclass. For second superclass, inside is too boring, too dark. So I will come out, pop up my head. I will see if everything is safe out there. And as soon as I will feel any danger, I will again go inside. So this opening and shutting inside is second superclass. Third superclass is about being in a limited space and not want to go beyond that limited space because this limitation is safe. Fourth superclass is about maintaining stability and security. So maintenance is fourth superclass. For fifth superclass, this routine work is not enough. It is not good, and they want to come out. They are very restless. They want to create things. They want new things in their life because this routine is suffocating for them. And for sixth superclass, this crisis situation, they feel it as a violence and destruction. So these are six basic dynamics of the superclasses. And the second type of classification is kingdom classification. And we also have three types of sources of medicine, majorly. They are plant, mineral, or animal. So any given person has sensitivity and reactivity, and they may be sensitive, they may be very sensitive for whatever happening around them. They will be very, they may get easily hurt by anything around them, by any occasion, any situation. So this is plant kingdom. Or they may be very systematic, calculative, organized, like of mineral kingdom. Or they may feel the situation as a competition and they will be very aggressive, alert, quick to react. So this is animal way of behavior. So let us start with a case, and this is very nice case because it has different aspect and we can learn a lot through this case. We can see a lot of rubrics here. We can see kingdom indications. We can see superclass understanding, and then how to integrate all these understanding into one single and how to reach the exact remedy. So this is very beautiful case. So this is a case of 10-year-old male child, and his grandparents brought him to me for his behavior. And his behavior was very aggressive, angry, and he doesn't want to listen to anybody. Actually, he was living with his divorced mother. So she was single parent, and it was very difficult for her to handle this kid. And he always wanted to do things which are opposite whatever instruction he has been given. So if someone asks him to do one thing, he will always do opposite to that. And you can imagine how difficult it must be for that mother. And he doesn't want to study because he has a lot of issues with concentrating things. And he lacks that empathy, sense of love. He used to ask everything, whatever he wants. He used to ask others. I want this. He was very demanding. I want this. I want that. But he doesn't care about anyone, not even about his family, his younger sister or mother. And he was, in a way, was very selfish. And he has not given what if he has not given what he asked for, then he does lot of tantrum. He used to yell, he used to shriek, but he is very good in playing musical instrument. But problem was he has difficulty in concentrating on particular things. So he has difficulty in learning things also. And he can get angry very suddenly, easily and suddenly. And when he gets angry, he becomes very aggressive and he gives repulsive answers and even run towards mother to beat her. And this is very stressful situation for all the family members. And during this anger, he used to behave very harshly, roughly, and he doesn't care for even for his mother and sister. And his grandfather's parents told that they are really very worried about such behavior. And he is very restless. He cannot sit on same place for even some time. So all this information was given by grandparents. And now patient started to speak. I asked patient, tell me about this. So he was listening when grandparents were talking to me. And he said that, doctor, I know I do all this thing, but I want to improve from this type of nature. I don't want to do what is not right. But all this happened very spontaneously. I cannot control my behavior. And I don't want to mean to do all these things. And whenever I get upset, I listen to music. Musical instruments like guitar and piano, this helps to calm me down gradually. And I wanted to break things in anger. What I do, I have punching bag in my house. So I hit that punching bag and it actually relieves my anger gradually. So what we can observe here that his anger is coming very suddenly, but it goes gradually. It disappears gradually. And also, I have fear of dark at night. Also, I have fear of dogs. I have fear of lizards. And I have fear of animals, especially which I have never seen before. So this is very interesting. So I don't fear animals which I have seen. But if there is any new animal, then I have fear about that animal. Animals which are strange, like moose, I fear that it will bite or eat me. It will eat part of my body. So you can see violence, violence in his behavior, violence in his perception. And what we can see is that he always think about himself, not for others. He doesn't care about others. So we have these six superclasses. And first, second, and third superclass, they generally thinks about others. They are of maternal type. And fourth, fifth, and sixth superclass, they think about themselves more. So I is the priority for them. So they are more paternal side, paternal type. I have fear of ghost also. That ghost will come from this darkness, and he will take me to his home, and then he will eat me up after killing with the knife. And when I am frightened, I tremble, and I am afraid to move the body. So whatever happened, I am afraid to move. So I am doing something in situation of crisis. So this is generally animal, and you can clearly see that someone is doing something to me, and I am adopting some kind of response for survival. So this is animal. I fear that if I move, ghost will come to know and he will take me away. So I don't want to move at that time. I get angry when someone not listen to me. So everyone should listen to me. I won't listen to anyone. Then I feel like to break things. I get angry because they don't let me do things I want. I get angry and cry at that time. I cannot sleep many times because of nightmares. I see that ghost took me to his home. So ghost is coming again and again. So he has fear of ghost, he has dreams of ghost, that ghost will come and ghost will kill me and eat me. They want to eat me because they are hungry. And also, I like cycling, I like moving, and I like roaming around. So he is very active child. He is not the one who is withdrawing and sitting on one place, but he is very active, very restless. I like football. And in football, people try to take ball away from you and you don't let them take the ball. So this is his definition of football. That people try to take ball away from you and you don't let them take the ball. So someone is doing something, you versus me, two opponents. This is the whole theme of animal, and that's what I like in football. I like to wear clothes of football player. I like to read books, especially of Harry Potter. It has magic and fiction. There are some good wizards and there are bad wizards. And there is a war between good wizards and bad wizards. So one group against another group, competition, fight. I like fruits. I like sweets and pickles. And I get more perspiration of head. So these are the symptoms of the patient. So on one hand, we are observing the system part of the patient, and on another hand, we are observing symptoms. There are a lot of symptoms in this case. And I like my mother actually. Why? Because she buys toys and all stuff for me, and she plays with me. But I get angry when she doesn't listen to me. I feel heat in the head at that time. So I like her because she buy everything for me. But as in a small situation, whenever she doesn't listen to me, I get very angry. And when angry, I close the door. I don't want to talk to anyone. I kick punching bag and not I want to run away. So running away, going out is the dynamic. And I have this leg pain almost daily. So this is his physical symptoms. Also, he gets coryza very easily at change of weather, especially when weather changes from hot to cold. And he has this thin watery nasal discharges and feverish feeling at that time. So this is the case. And what to prescribe? Because we have lot of things here. We can see lot of symptoms. We can see lot of indications for superclass and kingdom. So how to organize everything? So in my understanding, So follow-up after 1 month, his anger already decreased by 50% within only 1 month after prescription of medicine, and now he is much manageable and convincible, and he can concentrate in studies, and leg pain almost absent. After 2.5 months, there was great improvement, anger issue resolved, listen to instructions now, and try to follow. This is what his grandparents told. And after 7 months of follow-up, an amazing thing happened that his mother fell ill. And for the first time, he cooked for his mother and took care of her younger sister and the whole house during her illness. So this was the amazing change because previously he was so indifferent for all the loved ones. So this is the case. So this is the win. But how to reach there? How to reach to the perfect simile? And in my understanding, there are three important things in the case. First is his issue of anger. And there are lot of things, lot of aspects of anger. Second is his personality. And third are general symptoms. So in such situation, in such cases, we need to do sectorial totality. And we need to consider rubric for each of these parts. This is called a sectorial totality. So I consider these anger rubrics: anger violent, anger sudden paroxysmal, anger with gesture, anger from contradiction, anger easily, anger with harshness, and whipping with anger. And this gives a remedy, sepia. But we need to check in other areas too. This is not sufficient. So we consider all the mind symptoms like striking, contradiction disposition to fear of ghost, fear of dark, fear of animals, impulsive, undertakes things opposed to his intentions, contradictory, actions are contradictory to intentions, apathy to parents, emulated by rhythmical music, and desire to break things. And surprisingly, all these rubrics also is giving sepia. Then the third part is generalities, like head perspiration, perspiration on head, desire for fruit, desire for sweet, desire for pickles, and flushes of heat in head. And again, this totality is also giving sepia, second number. And when we combine all these rubrics, it is clearly giving sepia. But this is one part of the case. We need to confirm this in Materia Medica too. So what is written in Allen's keynote about sepia is it has anxiety with fear and flushes of heat over the face and head. And there is great sadness and weeping, dread of being alone, meeting friends. He's indifferent even to one's own family. And he's greedy and he's miserly. Indolent, does not want to do anything. What Fatak says about sepia is he is very angry, he is sensitive and irritable, easily offended and miserable, wants to commit suicide, nervous so that she wants to hold on to something she could scream. So this screaming is again in sepia. And anxious fear is there, aversion to family, to those loved by based, aversion to sympathy, to company, yet dreads to be alone, and disgust of life, poor memory, makes mistake while writing and reading. This was the main symptom of this patient, and he was sad and irritable, and alternating with indifference and sulkiness because when he's get angry, he used to go into his room and be alone, doesn't want to talk. Also, there is children who, what Patak says is, sepia children are those who take cold very easily when weather changes and worse by cold air, north wind, snowy air, snowfall. So this is what is written in Matra Medica. Now, this is the symptom part of the case. What is the system part of the case? So we need to classify, right? So let's see the kingdom understanding. So from plant mineral kingdom, cases clearly of animal kingdom because they did this to me. They are pursuing me. They will kill me. You versus me. And this is the issue of animals. So definitely this is case of animal kingdom. And in animal, there are all these subkingdoms like mammals, birds, reptiles, arachnida, insect, mollusk, crustacea, amphibia, fishes, and others. And our medicine, sepia, belongs to mollusk, right? And when we talk about superclass, so he wants to go out, he's very active, he feels suffocated, movement, change, wants to change, and this indicates fifth superclass. We already talk about fourth, fifth, sixth superclass. We have seen the qualities of this group. And which among? Does he want stability? No. But he wants to move out. He's very active. And this is fifth superclass. So which is the animal of fifth superclass? So fifth superclass animals are cephalopods, spiders, insect, and black equina. So our medicine, sepia, belongs to cephalopods, mollusk subkingdom. So in mollusk subkingdom, we have bivalvia, gastropodia, and cephalopoda. So bivalva belongs to first superclass. And the dynamic of first superclass is withdrawal, going inside. Gastropoda belongs to second superclass, like in and out. But our patient is more out, more going out, active, running. So this is fifth superclass. So Cephalopoda comes under fifth superclass. So when we consider five-finger method, now we are clear that we need medicine from fifth superclass, animal kingdom. Miasm in this case is not clear so much to me. There are certain rubrics and keynote confirmation from Matra Medica. And when we combine all these aspects of the case, we reach the medicine sepia. So to reach the stimulum, to reach the remedy, we need to consider rubrics, we need to consider Matra Medica and also contemporary approach. And when we synergize all of these things, it is like three different masters are telling the same remedy for a given case. And when we do this synergy of five finger, then our confidence of prescribing is much, much higher. So, considering all the aspects of the case, considering all five fingers, that is, first is superclass, fifth superclass, second is kingdom, animal kingdom. Miasm is not very clear in the case. Characteristic symptoms in the form of sectorial totality, stepwise sectorial totality, which I have demonstrated, and keynote symptoms in the form of Matra Medica confirmation. So everything indicates the same remedy, sepia, and that's why we have prescribed him sepia 1M. Though miasm is not clear, still these four fingers are enough to form a strong grip, hold on the case, right? And this is sufficient to prescribe. So we have prescribed sepia 1M, and why 1M? because patient already have very prominent dreams, night terrors, and dreams indicate that patient is already at delusion level, and at delusion level we prescribe 1M potency. There is absence of very strong structural pathology, so we can safely prescribe high potency. So we prescribe sepia 1M, and we had very rarely need to repeat the medicine, and patient immediately responded well and did well. So this is the case which indicates the significance of five finger method, clear indication, and how to stepwise deduce to one particular remedy when we consider fifth superclass, animal kingdom, and among in that animal kingdom, what are the characteristic symptoms and keynote feature, and that's how we can reach to the exact simile bound. So, thank you so much for everyone for listening, and thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Dr. Kamlesh. Another lovely case, again, with many different aspects that we can learn from. Yeah, so we're very grateful. Thank you, Dr. Kamlesh. And now I'll hand over to you, Dr. Sankaran, if you want to take it forward.
Yes, so before I say anything, if there are any questions for me, please put it in the chat box, and I can try to clarify any aspect that you would like me to. How to differentiate from tarantula in this case? So basically, you have to see whether you get the qualities of a spider, or you get the qualities about the mammals, or you get quality of insect or of sepia. So in this case, we don't see in this case the qualities of a tarantula. Which are the qualities of tarantula? You have the deceit, the cunning, the mischief. You have the attention seeking and the attractive. You have the dancing and the rhythm. You have the impulsiveness. You have the aspect of teasing other people. All these things in this case are absent. And what is present? It's present the indifference. It is present the going away and sulking, retreating like a mollusk, to go inside rather than to go outside. So, yeah. So that's why there's more indications for sepia than of tarantula. In this case, the miasm is not very clear. And if the miasm is not very clear, it is worth to just ignore it. Anything that is not too clear, don't theorize. As Kamlesh said very nicely, 4 fingers are enough to get a grip. So if your 4 fingers are clear, and sepia is actually in my understanding, it is found in the leprosy miasm. I have seen this very, very often, that sepia is the leprosy miasm. And it has all the features of leprosy miasm, such as isolation, disgust, dirtiness, and cruelty, etc., etc. It's a very exact leprosy miasm qualities are found there. Yes. Okay, so I think it's time for me to present a case myself. Any online course available for Gurukul, please write to Kyle and he will guide you further. Any questions about Indian Gurukul, International Gurukul, about our courses, etc., etc., and what can you do or what is good for you, etc. Kyle has put his email ID, he will repeat it again. But any queries, please ask him, he will guide you in any of these aspects. Yes. Yes, Kyle, let us begin with our case. So this is a case, yes, let's go ahead. It's a 56-year-old woman who is a professor in the Indian Institute of Technology, which is the premier institute in India for technology. Very prestigious. And she came nearly 2 years ago in May 23. And she had suffered from an acute ischemic stroke, a lacunar infarct. Her main complaints are depression, dysarthria, means she's not able to speak, and ischemic stroke infarct, right internal capsule infarct, and diabetes. Go on. She was taking many medications, including for diabetes, etc. These are some investigation reports. Next. The MRI. Go on. So, this is the history, she said. She said it happened on 10th of April 2023. It was a normal day like any other day. I was feeling very sleepy after 2:30 p.m. and there was slurring and lots of saliva in the mouth. I decided to take a nap and put an alarm. I had a meeting, so I decided to go for it. My mouth was deviated to one side and my husband told not to go as I was feeling sleepy. But I drove somehow all the way with one eye open. The meeting was cancelled and then I went to the next office and they told me to go to the hospital. I was slurring a lot and I asked them to give me a glass of water and they took me to the hospital. My sugars were very high. I was admitted in the hospital. They did an MRI and they found a clot in the brain. Later on, I was told that they didn't understand what I was speaking. I was in the ICU for a night. There was a lot of fogginess in my mind. Now my brain is clearer. Her presenting complaints are very low mood, tiredness, sleepiness, fatigue, and lethargic. I feel physically and mentally low. I don't want to do anything. I feel a feeling of uselessness has come into me. I used to be very active. I did a lot of multitasking. And now I feel useless. I'm slow. I can't type fast. It has become slow. And if I'm thinking something, then I can't type. My mind goes blank. If I'm seeing some work and I would just stare and I get lost, I'm blank. I don't want to turn my head also. If anyone asked me how I am, I would get tears in my eyes. My muscles have become very weak. I can't sit on my own. I need help. I was the main guide for my students and now I cannot contribute to their work. I don't get ideas to guide them. Or I can't tell sharply what to do. I am their PhD guide. Now their career is at stake. I felt I will be able to guide them. But now I can't. Go on. It takes me time to think new ideas. And I doubt myself that I will be able to guide them like I did earlier. I used to multitask a lot. And I used to get a lot of new ideas to guide them. A lot of projects are going on with quality work. And now I have not been able to talk. I've always been a bubbly person, lot of energy, lot of traveling. Now I'm not confident. In my mind, everything is clear. I used to have everything sorted out. I'm known to be a person to put systems in place. I have trained people well. I am able to manage things. I am very independent from childhood. I need too much independence and freedom. Go on next. I have a fear of falling down. I feel the whole building is going to fall. I will be suffocated. Suffocation will happen. I feel claustrophobic. If the doors and windows are closed, I feel suffocating. If I put a shower and the eyes are closed or in an MRI machine, I feel claustrophobic. My students used to call me the tigress of the department because I take care of my students like my children and I stand by them very well. Yeah. That's it. That's the case. Simple. So simple. So here you can see many aspects. The first aspect that you can see is that her main idea is that I had something and now I have lost it. I had energy, now I lost it. I had the ability, I have lost it. I used to think clearly, now I can't think clearly. So, where is the problem in her case? The problem is with me, with my capability, my resources. So, this indicates the mineral kingdom. Mineral kingdom means I. Plant kingdom means something. Animal kingdom means somebody. So if somebody is doing to me, it's animal kingdom. If something is happening to me, it is plant kingdom. If I am lacking or losing something, then it is mineral kingdom. Is it easy to understand, right? See how easy the system makes homeopathy. So easy. And then once you come to the mineral kingdom, what is the sub kingdom? Now, which row are we talking about? What can we see? Where are her abilities? Her ability is to guide people. Her ability is to think, to strategize. Her ability is to create, to perform. She is a professor. She is a thinker. This is the fifth row of the periodic table. Right? And now let us go to the superclass. What is the superclass? What is her feeling? She likes to travel. She likes to think new things, new ideas, new projects. And she feels very claustrophobic and suffocated. These themes of claustrophobia, suffocation, I must get out, things are too tight, like in an MRI machine. I must have a change, I must think out of the box, I must travel. And also, very important, I am very independent. I like my freedom. So as you go from superclass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they get more and more and more independent. The first superclass is the most dependent, withdrawal and clinging. But by the time you reach fifth superclass, you are independent. So independent, traveling, constriction, suffocation, movement, out of the box, performance, these are all qualities of the fifth superclass. So see how clearly you can see fifth superclass, the mineral kingdom, the fifth row of periodic table. And then comes which column it is. So it is correct, it is on the right side. Why right side? Because I had it, now I have lost it. Up from 1 to 10, the feeling is I need to gain, 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 gain and reach success. And from 10, it goes all the way down. I'm losing, 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 losing. So now you know that we have a remedy on the right side of the fifth row of the periodic table. Now, which remedy is it? Now, here comes the rub. You can say it is argentum, it is something else. But these are guessworks. Now comes the role of the characteristics and the keynotes. That is the five-finger method. No guesswork here, my friends. Matching. You have to match, not guess. So now the rubrics come in, the rubrics kick in. This is the time for them. So let's see the analysis. So this is the way I analyze cases. Which superclass, which kingdom, which miasm, which characteristics, which keynotes. This is the way of analysis. What is the clearest in the case? The kingdom that I have lost. And guidance. When do you need a guide? When you go into something new. The best remedy for person who wants guidance is strontium carb. Because I did a proving of strontium carb and the main theme was the need for guidance. That is on the left side. On the right side are the people who give guidance. Right? Go on. So, superclass. What is she losing the ability? It is to concentrate. It is to focus. Concentration and focus are the qualities of dopamine, which is the neurotransmitter of the fifth superclass. And also in the dopamine proving, which we did with Dr. Piyush and other Gurukul people, we did a proving of dopamine. And what came out was also a bubbly sensation, which she also said, I feel bubbly. Very interesting. Provings are invaluable. So the superclass is saying the building will fall. There is a threat perception and that I will be suffocated. Keep going. And here you can see the rubric, walls of the building will fall upon him. And you see the remedy argentum nitricum, which is the remedy for suffocation, claustrophobia also. But we have to understand that this quality is found in many, many fifth superclass remedies. So you can't just say it is argentum. That is the beauty of the superclass idea. Otherwise, you would have given argentum nitricum. It wouldn't have done much for her. It's not her remedy. But you have to understand that some features of argentum nitricum actually belong to the fifth superclass. Keep going. So, you won't find the remedy that we gave in the rubric claustrophobia because it is a quality of the fifth superclass. Go on. Now, the miasm in this case, what is it? We don't know. It's not clear. So let it go. Go on. So here then, fifth superclass, mineral kingdom, and now we come to the characteristics. You see here, indifference to everything, absent-minded, difficult concentration, weakness from talking, concentration difficult on attempting to concentrate, indifference with weakness, prostration, bodily weakness, cannot read, talkative, with desire for company and sociability. These are her mental symptoms. And then when you read, now the next is when you read, that is the last finger, it says extreme weakness, which is especially felt in the chest, throat, stomach, upper arms and thighs, and the patient is unable to talk. Her main symptom was the talking. She could not talk, dysarthria. Her speech became slurred. She was unable to talk. She lost her speech, which is her main asset. Keep going. So worse from using the voice. Voice was her main problem. And you can see here that sternum is in the 14th column, where there's a feeling of uselessness. There's a feeling, I am now of no use, I'm useless, because I have lost my ability. Keep going. So she was given sternum metallicum 1M followed by LM8. So 1M was given twice a day for 2 days, and then every day she took 1 dose of LM8. That was the posology. And here is a short follow-up that you can see.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm just getting the sound.
Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Tell me, please, how are you?
I'm getting better by the day. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So, see, when I first came to you, I was physically very weak. I could not even talk. Now, all that has gone like around 98%. My, the fear, everything is gone. The thing is, I still feel anxious, but on the level of out of 100%, like around 90 to 95%, that anxiousness is gone. But this recurring thought of old age, incapacity, that keeps coming. I see everywhere around me, old age. What does it mean by getting old? Oh, those thoughts keep coming, recurring, though it does not have that much of a effect what it used to have earlier. So, like I was telling Dr. Urvi, that anxiousness levels have gone high. Earlier, I could not even cross the road. The anxiety levels were very high. So now I don't feel that anxious, but at the same time, I don't see a future in the sense, having fun or something. It's always about old age, death coming. Thoughts keep coming about death and old age a lot. Apart from that, my physically I have been improving slowly.
In what way?
My concentrations are back, concentration to do work. My thought process has become more systematic. I'm able to do very rational thinking like I used to do before, which I had lost because of my anxious nature. Now I can put things in line properly and also take a rational decision. All that has come back. The psychological pain also has gone down. That is still there, that I used to be anxious because of the pain. Now it is not much. I'm able to concentrate on my work. I'm able to do things more peacefully than earlier. Then in the last, so it'll be 2 years on April 10th, exactly, when I first got the stroke. So I've improved by leaps and bounds. Of course, I do want to go into a state of mind which was earlier, but I know it cannot happen that way. Lots of water has flown. Uh,
Okay. What dreams are you getting?
I'm actually not getting dreams, but one thing is I have a very broken sleep. Every hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, I wake up and then go back to sleep. So I usually don't get dreams. When I'm sleeping, it's quite deep. And it's not that because it's 1.5 hours, it's very light.
Okay, you used to tell me that you felt some fogginess in the head. How
That
is that?
actually, yeah, that actually 3 days after you gave me the first medicine itself had gone. Yeah. Fogginess in the brain has gone.
So
I
tell
think I
me,
came,
all,
yeah.
yeah, go on.
I came to you in May of 2023, I think. And your first
Mhm.
medicine, first lot in 3 days, my fogginess went. The heaviness in my head, everything went. So that fogginess feeling is not there. But, jumbled upness of ideas or thoughts used to happen a lot. Now that also has gone.
And energy-wise, how do you feel physically? You felt your So it's a long follow-up. I'm not going to show everything, but she improved a lot in every aspect of her life, and she's back to her guiding the students and getting ideas and projects and activity, etc., etc. Now she has thoughts, what will happen in my old age, what will happen, and I believe that with time even these thoughts will reduce and disappear, and she will get back her enthusiasm and optimism. So you can see how simply the case is taken and how every piece of information fits into the category. The suffocation, the travel goes into the super class. The losing of one's capability goes into the kingdom. The losing of the capability to guide and to think goes into the fifth super class. The characteristic that she's not able to use her voice and gets tired by talking goes into the keynote. All the other mental symptoms go into the rubrics, and together you have a five fingers that, and the result is in 3 days, this lady already sees the difference. So this is the beauty of the five finger method. This is the beauty of homeopathy. This is the five finger method is not something descended from the sky, my friends. It is simply to say, in other words, the totality. Not only the rubrics, not only the keynotes, but also the dynamic, also the experience, also the pace. All of this, if it matches, you have a winner, you have a jackpot. And that's what we have to understand. And this you have to understand by systematic learning, which you can get from the masterclass or from the Gurukul or my week with Rajan here in India. And any guidance, Kyle will help you further.
Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Sankaran. And also, again, thank you to our speakers, Dr. Kamlesh and Dr. Nisha. Amazing cases, and also giving us a little bit of inspiration that, anyone can do this. We don't have to have 50 years of experience. It's learnable, it's reproducible, it's reliable, and it can be consistent. So thank you, everyone, for attending. And just a last reminder, there have been many questions about the various offers and whatever's going on. So just a reminder that, let's see here, that this is all in honor of the launch of the level 6 of Sankaran Masterclass. And we've shown you so much information, and many people are asking about things like posology, why this potency, why that potency, when to repeat. All of these questions, all of the fundamentals of homeopathy, about the five-finger method, the superclasses, kingdoms, miasms, etc., are all available in the masterclass. If you want to learn all about this, which potency to select, etc., we have lectures and lectures about this with case examples. So please do take advantage. As we mentioned, someone was asking what is the code to use. So if you're buying level 1 to 5 and you want the discount of 35%, please use the code Masterclass 35. As you can see here, and it's available until 10th of August. You can also scan. And it's the same for level 1 to 6. Again, same code, Masterclass 35. More than 225 hours of lectures, please, with cases, all by Dr. Sankaran, narrating all of this information that you've witnessed today and how to apply it, most importantly. And if you just want an individual level, maybe you only want level 4, only level 6, etc., you can get the 25% discount, which is on offer until 10th of August as well. So please do that. As Dr. Sankaran has said, any queries, doubts, you want to know which courses for you, how to apply, register, any difficulties you're having, you may use my email. Since there are many people who are abroad and maybe cannot attend the Indian Gurukul, for those who want to attend Indian Gurukul, please go to the 𝗏𝗏𝗏 website. You can also write to me, apply for that as well. But for our international friends who cannot attend Indian Gurukul, we are having the My Week with Rajan in 2026, February 9 to 15. So you can, again, you write to me, you have my email address, and we will be teaching all of these things with cases, etc., and along with introductory webinars to get you used to the method and to, prepare you a little bit for your in-person journey. So again, wonderful to be with all of you. Many people also asking for various things about the cases that they saw today and yesterday. We will be sharing these recordings on YouTube. Please do watch them again if you like. Share them with your friends who you think will benefit. And yes, it's been lovely being with all of you and wonderful things to learn. And we thank you all, and we'll see you all soon. So thanks very much.